Hey everybody, welcome back to theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Again, it's theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Follow me on all the social networks. Email, call, text me anytime. 949-415-6256. All the stuff you should be able to see on the bottom of this video. Or, if you're on the blog, under my bio page. Okay? So, today's question comes from someone on Snapchat, okay, and it's about someone looking to break into the industry, the research industry, and then is it better for them to go to an academic institution where they can get some coordinating experience and some monitoring experience, or is it better to start out as a clinical trial assistant, that's a CTA, in a CRO? So they're asking for my opinion. Basically, in a nutshell, what they're asking, is it better to be in a CRO, regardless of the position, or an academic institution where I might get a lot of better experience, but I won't be in a CRO? I don't think there is a right answer for this. Certainly academic institutions are appropriate for some people. It really depends on you. What kind of culture do you think you can fit in better? And then ultimately, what is your end game, as far as you were pretty vague about you just want to break into the research industry. So do you want to eventually be a CRA? Do you want to be a project manager? Do you want to at some point open up your own clinic? I need a little more context so I can point you in the right direction without knowing anything about you. In my experience, and depending again on my career trajectory, it sounds like you're just starting out. I'm going to take a guess that money is important, so I would obviously choose whichever one pays more, if it's a significant difference. If they're equal or relatively equal in pay, I might lean towards the academic institution, just because you can actually get hands-on practical experience as a coordinator, and you mentioned even as a monitor, so I would assume you're doing some in-house quality assurance for that academic institution. So I would choose that, but again, that's because I'm naturally inclined to be an entrepreneur. So when I work somewhere, first of all, I've never had a real job in my life. I've never worked for anyone else. But if I were to do that, it would be with the purpose of learning, right? Extracting all the information and knowledge that I can from that job, so I can go start my own site, right? So I would choose the academic institution. First of all, you're going to be doing more. It sounds like you're going to have more responsibilities. But, this is, if you want to be a CRA or you want to be a project manager, right, and you want the career advancement as an employee, I would maybe go the route of the CTA, right? Work for the big CRO, and it should be one of the bigger ones. Now, please understand, and a lot of people in my CRA Academy have worked as CTAs for big CROs, and it's very difficult even for them to get promoted to CRA, right? Oftentimes, CRAs, you need CRA experience to be a CRA, even if you're working for the CRO as a CTA, right? My free plug for my CRA Academy, we give you hands-on experience, so in that case it wouldn't really matter which route you chose, the academic institution route or the CTA route at a CRO. We're going to give you, students who finish our 3-month program are given internships where you get hands-on experience. So just wanted to throw that out there for you and anyone else watching. What does your gut tell you? Do you want to own your own site, or do you want to advance your career and be a lifelong employee somewhere, or a lifelong employee, and you don't have to stay with the same company, but a lifelong employee in the clinical research industry? There are people making multiple 6 figures a year as CRAs, as contract CRAs, as project managers. There's so many different job titles at CROs and sponsors, and these are individuals making 6 figures, multiple 6 figures sometimes. I just saw one on ZipRecruiter, which is a website I use to sometimes keep pace of what the market is doing as far as hiring and jobs and salaries. There was a feasibility assessor. So this is someone, and that was a 6-figure job. Someone who whose job is to assess site feasibility questionnaires and surveys, and then by using big data, be able to determine where which study would be appropriate for those sites. So there's there's almost an infinite amount of possibilities in the clinical research field at the CRO level. If you want to go the entrepreneurial route and eventually owning your own site, I would go with the academic institution, or maybe just a private research clinic. That'd be even better, because you'd get even more of a real world picture of what clinical research is at the site level. So there's a lot of differences between academic research sites and private research sites. In the academic institutions, typically they're compartmentalized and they have various different functions for different individuals, whereas in a private setting, one person, usually it's the study coordinator, is in charge of contracts and budgets, business development, patient recruitment, quality assurance, creating source docs, all that kind of stuff. So ultimately, you got to begin with the end in mind. What do you want out of this? And then work your way backwards, right? If you still need help, and if you want to give me further details, Snapchat me or just text me, all right? And thanks for watching. Take care.